Yeah, and salute. Knicks Real Talk Tonight Show. Divine Bronx Jedi 7-6 in here tonight. We here again, man. About to bring you some more Knicks news, notes, and content. We got a good week going. We got a good thing going. Knicks is going good. We going good. It's all good. We up in here, man. We gonna get a good thing popping off tonight. Got a good show coming on real quick. M. Rosario. What's up, bro? We see you, my man Rosario. But real talk, man. We here tonight, man. Knicks Real Talk on a Saturday night, chilling. Me and Bronx Jetty said I 7-6. We just gonna get it into it tonight, man. I hope everybody out there doing well on a lovely Saturday. You're chilling, or you out and about, or you wherever you at, man. You're doing good. You're safe. You protecting yourself. COVID-19 still out there. Wash your hands, mask up, keep it distant. Y'all already know the drill. But yeah, man, it's all good, man. We excited, man. Knicks playing real well. Had a great game last night. We're going to go over a little bit of the recap as we get ready to get into the Pelicans game tomorrow, the world most famous arena at 1 p.m. We're going to get into that. So we're going to get it popping tonight, man. We hope everybody join the show out there, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere, man. If y'all in here, y'all hanging out with us tonight, man, we appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out with the night show. Bronx Jedi 7-6, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, good afternoon, Divine. Good afternoon. What's going on, Mike? Rosario, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you showed up. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for everyone who's joining us tonight. And of course, we're going over the New York Knicks game last night against the Dallas Mavericks, that 117-109 road victory. We won our fifth straight, and the Knicks are rocking. Absolutely. The Knicks are rocking, baby. Led by our all-star Julius Randle with 44 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. And what you're going to say about Broadway Barrett, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. And of course, Derrick Rose. He continues to come off the bench and become a force with 15 points, 5 assists. And it's all the time a team effort. That Norris Noel dunk block that he blocked in the fourth quarter set the tone there. It was phenomenal. It was great. It was rocking. And the New York Knicks, baby, 5 wins in a row, and we gained ground in the Eastern Conference from all the foes around us. And man, we're giddy. We're getting ready. We're breaking that game down. We see that, and we gotta love what we see in the New York Knicks, and going over in the last 5 games, man. Our New York Knicks are cooking, man. We have led by Julius Randle, our All-Star. He's averaging 30.2 points a game. In the last 5 games with 9.2 rebounds, 5 assists. He's shooting 44% from the field, 39% from free throw, 42.7 from 3-point land, and 83.8% from free throw shooting. That's numbers are phenomenal, MVP type numbers, and followed by RJ Barrett he's averaging 15.2 points a game in the last 5 games with 4.2 rebounds per game, two and a half assists, and he's shooting 36% from 3-point land. Also 76.3 free throw percentage shooting, which is you gotta love that, and 40, and he's shooting 40.9% from field goal percentage. The guys are improving game after game with their score, with their stats, and it's wonderful. And last but not least, I'm gonna put Derrick Rose in the last 5 games. He's been a steady contributor off the bench. He's been averaging 14 points a game with 3.2 assists, 2.5 rebounds a game. He's perfect from the free throw line, and he's shooting, a wonderful, 75% from 3-point land. And you gotta love that from him. Derrick Rose has been a spark plug off that bench, and you gotta love it in the last 5 games. And let's keep it cooking. We went into Dallas. The New York City Gritty Committee bought their hard hats, bought their lunch pails. They played their game. They executed Tom Thibodeau's game, and it was wonderful to see, Divine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, quick on the Dallas recap. Absolutely. That was a really sight to see, man. They are going to do what Tom Thibodeau wanted to do. They believe in it. Now, Tom Thibodeau said this team believed that they was about this from the beginning of the season. I was reading something on Bleacher Report or one of the other shows out there, and was talking about how he was talking about in the interview, like this team believed they had something at the beginning of the season. And I guess when you believe in yourself, everything it can come to fruition, because they sure believe in it, and they're achieving right now. Like Clyde would say, And it's great, man. That they out there balling out like that. They playing hard, competing, fighting every night. They're battling. They number one in the association of defense, a lot of categories. The team is starting to get even more comfortable offensively. Everybody's playing their role, even with some guys off one night and some guys, do you still have enough firepower to be in the game? And that's amazing, that even though you might have a Burks might have a bad night, or Quickly might not have a bad night. I mean, they might have a bad night, excuse me. But the Knicks find a way to grind it out, man. So that's really telling me that this team is built and they built for this because I think it's just they all in this together. I mean, it's really nice to see. And like I said, even in the game last night, it showed up, man. When like I said, when Julius was walking out the floor at the end of the game, how they saluted him. But and that's still nice to see. Before the game itself, man, that defense was there, man. They were there, Jedi. They was all over the place, man. They were playing some good defense. Randall, what can I say? He took it upon himself just to I'm at home. I'm in my hometown of Dallas. What I mean? I went to high school here. I'm gonna go get it. He showed when he got it though, man. He put on a show for the fans in Dallas last night, especially all the ones who probably came out to support him because he grew up around there. And if they was at the game, I know that was a sight to see. So yeah, big up to Julius Randle. He had a popping last night, and RJ, man, had a popping too. He had a wonderful game. Just that, Julius Randle was so awesome. You kind of didn't even think about the game that RJ had. RJ had a nice game last night, and that was good to see too. Hit some clutch free throws. Cut 3-pointers like we said. He was grinding out in there, man. Nice pull up mid range shots he was getting off, and Bullock, his defense on Luka Doncic was amazing. He made that dude earn every bit of his last night. So that was really a good sight to see the way he held that spot down. And we made it hard on all of them. In the second half, we got in. We had a Frank sight, and Frank came in and played, gave him some good quality minutes. That was nice to see. He had some good quality minutes to help the team, stay in that flow from a defensive standpoint. Now the next man up. Burks went down. It's him and Knox. He came in. He did his job. He did what Tom Thibodeau needed him to do. He came in. He played defense, knocked down a nice 3-point jumper, and hit a free throw, 4 points in that span of time, and helped shut down Tim Hardaway. That's what you want from your team. Next man up. That's the definition of next man up. When your number's called, you go in there and handle your business. And that was really good to see from Frank. It's not how long you play, it's what you do when you play. And then when he played real good in the spurt of minutes that he had last night, that's what you want from everybody. Just contribute. All we need to do, you contribute. We let Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and the rest of the guys carry the weight. But when you come in, though, we just need you to play your role. So that was really good to see from Frank. Salute to Frank for getting them minutes, showing us some quality minutes last night. And you know what? And overall, Derrick Rose, what can you say? You spoke about him earlier, man. Derrick Rose is the ultimate competitor. He really is the ultimate competitor. He competes hard, goes hard. He's been in the league a long time and still got that love for it. And that's what I like about what I see what he doing. He's all business. If you look at Derrick Rose on the floor, he's all business. He ain't trying to clown or laugh with you. No, I'm trying to get this. And I think that's a real good sight to see when you got a veteran like that letting y'all know, man, this is business. I'm on this court. We trying to get this W, and I love to see that in his competitive fire. Him and Todd Gibson, and they are excited to see with that team too. So Derrick Rose had a good game yesterday, man. He had a good pace to the game. He was driving. He hitting the 3-point shot every now and then, when he was shooting 34%, but that's starting to come up a little bit more. Hopefully, he get above league average as he get more comfortable coming out of the COVID protocol, getting back into rhythm and everything. Hopefully, that start going up a little bit. And you can count on it a little bit in the playoffs. And Nerlens Noel, Dr. Blockenstein or whatever, that's what I'm gonna call him. And I'll call him Dr. Blockenstein. He was blocking, that kid is for real. He was like, man, that one here on Finney Smith. I was like, man, that's what I'm talking about. So salute to the Knicks, man. I'm a salute to that team, man. Those some gritty, grimy cats, man. They come out there and play every night, man. Even the rookie, even Obi, he might not get in the rim, but when he out there, you see him, he hustling, he jumping, he snatching rebounds when he can. And that's a sight to see. So I like the way that team playing, and then that's what I think they brought to that game last night. That we were able to come out with that victory and propel ourselves to that victory because they was in it from the start of the bell or the start of the first quarter, whatever. They was in it. They was focused, and it showed. We got the rebound game. BF, we got the rebounds against Dallas. They came in the Garden, but we gave it back to them. And that's what you're supposed to do. If somebody beat you, you got to beat them back. And I think we showing that grit like that. So that was a real gritty win last night from the Dallas game, man. And on to the next one, man. Which we got to get ready for the Pelicans tomorrow. They coming to the world most famous arena tomorrow, and they gonna come in there and try to get their revenge game popping. So y'all know the Knicks and the Pelicans tomorrow at 1:00 at the world most famous arena. Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram coming to town tomorrow, and they trying to go up and do what they got to do to try to get back that win that we took from them. So we gonna be ready though. We gonna be ready. We gonna battle. Yes, man. What you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I can see that going. The Knicks in the last 5 games, the Knicks are averaging 115.8 points a game, scoring wise, and they're giving up 107.2 per game. So you see a big difference in our offense. They're increased on it.
Mhm.
And you gotta like what we see with that. They're trending in the right direction, especially down the stretch. We're noticing that offense fertility. They're winning games all different ways, not just with the 3 point. They have games where they're gritty, they try to toughen up with offensive rebounding, and that's a sign of a playoff team. That's a sign of a team that's heading forward and moving up on the pace. And we gotta like what we see with the New York Knicks going forward. Tomorrow, they're home favorites by 2.2 and a half points. Vegas has them at 2.5 favorite, and also the Knicks has been covering the spread. They're 16-10-1 with the home spread, and it looks like the Knicks they're very favored by Vegas by 2.5 points, and I'll take the Knicks tonight. I think tomorrow night. I think the Knicks will win tomorrow morning. Actually tomorrow afternoon. It's a 1 o'clock start, guys. Tomorrow afternoon is not an evening, so as soon as we're done in the morning, we're out and about, or we go to the house of worship. The Knicks game will be on, ready to go. It's another ESPN televised game, and we'll see that the Pelicans come in. Hopefully, the Knicks are up in the morning, ready to go, firing in all cylinders, and we'll squeak out a win tomorrow. We'll go over the keys of the game in a minute, and right now we scoreboard watching tonight. We got some games around the association. We'll take a look at that in a few minutes and all that. But right now the Knicks are currently in if I'm not mistaken, sixth in the standings, and they're climbing. So we gotta keep an eye on that. And Divine, what do you think of the upcoming schedule and the standings, on your opinion?
Oh yeah, man. It's gonna be I'm excited for it, especially the home stretch that we have. I'm really excited about that for sure because I just really believe that nothing like home cooking. You know what I mean? And it really makes a big difference in your everyday process. You know what I mean? Knowing that you don't have to get up and do that in a different environment, you're not comfortable with it. And we going through the protocol thing in the country. So I think it's really important that they have this home, but at the same time they can't get too complacent neither. You know what I mean? That because you got the home, don't mean nobody won't come in your house and steal your food. You know what I mean? That you got home cooking, don't mean nobody can't come in there and steal it from you. So we got to make sure that we don't get lax, and keep going hard like we've been going hard. You know what I mean? Because I think every game is important. I think they know that, so I'm not too concerned with that because I think they know that. And this is where the schedule starts at. It starts tomorrow against New Orleans. New Orleans, I meant to say the Pelicans. And they come to the world most famous arena tomorrow. And we just got to be ready. We got to be ready to and take it to them and let them know Knicks is for real. And once we do that, we beat them twice, and we 31 wins. We 31. That'd be 4 games over 500. So 6-game winning streak. Oh man, that speaks volumes, man. So that we all start tomorrow with that game tomorrow, and then we got Atlanta and the Hornets coming up. We know we just got to be prepared for that. We got to be prepared for it and go out there and get it, man. And I think we will because I know how bad the Knicks want this. I think I see what Tom Thibodeau and them doing, and so I think we're gonna be ready for it, BX. I really do. And then for the game that's important to us, man. You look at even just today, the game that was played was going on. That's real important. So it's going to be something to watch, man. But I'm just for the games itself. Let me just bring that up there and show you what we're working with for our game today in association. And I'm right there. As you can see, the important game for us is Celtics and Warriors. Obviously, you see the Warriors got a one point lead in the first quarter, and I think that's going to be the most important one for us. Is that one there, and then coming up, in the next couple of days, we got some real important games. So but tomorrow's gonna be some real interesting games in the association, and I'll bring that up in a minute. Yes, it's gonna be some real important ones. A lot of teams that we battle against are literally in the thick of that thing, man. So we'll bring that up later, and we'll talk about that. But I think as far as that, we just got to get and keep this thing going. So it starts tomorrow. Then we go in there against Atlanta. Let Atlanta come in, try that W, and get the Hornets the back-to-back, obviously. So we got to be ready for that. But I think we should be good, BX, man. I think we can take this up and coming schedule, get one game at a time, go one game at a time, but keep playing that same type of basketball we playing. And I think we should be all right, man. I really believe you don't see the worst of the Knicks in that last losing streak that we had. I don't think you're going to see that from here on out. You know what I mean? I really do. I think they're going to be competitive all the way out because they know they fight for something, like I said, and they know every minute count, every second count. So I think they're gonna be ready, man. I think we're gonna take the schedule and just go all in it. We home. We got it. We cannot come out this home schedule anything under 4-2. I mean, it shouldn't even be like that. Hopefully, it's like 5-1. You know what I mean? I just think that the way we play at basketball, the toughest one to me gonna be the Suns. And but you know what? Just like any other team, the Suns got to come to the Garden and play the Knicks. So that's against anybody. I know they got Devin Booker and all them guys, but you know what? We got Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, and our guys too. So it's mano a mano. I know they're a talented team, but we got a good team too. So I think we're ready for any challenge that comes on this up and coming. I think we're just gonna compete with them, and that's how we're gonna do it. Yeah. Yeah, right now when BX Jetty get his mic together, and I chime back in on that. But yeah, man, it's definitely a big challenge for us. And I think we're gonna be all right with that. I think we're gonna grind it out, and we'll get back to it. BX, what you think, bro? Real quick. What we're gonna do is we're gonna plug the show right quick, but we're gonna get a plug in, get this audio together, but we're gonna definitely get this plug in right quick. You know how we do. Yeah, Knicks Real Talk Tonight show. It's your man Divine Bronx Jedi 76. We in here, man, talking Knicks tonight, man. Chilling on Saturday night, just in here cutting it up, man, to getting ready for the game tomorrow against New Orleans Pelicans. So we're gonna be at the World Mo Famous Arena at 1:00 p.m. and and in the afternoon we're gonna go in there and get it popping. We're gonna try to get to the victory so we can get to 31 wins, looking good in the association. Competing, man, up in that sixth spot, trying to get up a little further. So we definitely gonna be in against the Pelicans tomorrow. Zion Williamson coming to the building, to the bright lights of Broadway. Let's see how Knicks gonna hold that brother down, try to shut him down. Brandon Ingram gonna be in there and the rest of their team as well. But they two thoroughbreds. So we just got to be ready tomorrow, man. We got to be ready. Bring our hard hats, man, like we always do. And going in and make it happen, man. You know what I mean? We in the World Most Famous Arena, so they already know when they come there, man. It's gonna be a battle tomorrow, man. A revenge game for them, and so they're gonna be looking forward to try to get that bounce back win because we beat them. So we gotta be ready for it, and we're gonna be up for it. And that's that one game tomorrow on the schedule that starts tomorrow. Like I was telling Bronx Jedi on the way, before we took a little intermission break. That's where it starts at. It starts tomorrow, man. The schedule and everything starts tomorrow. And we got to go in there tomorrow and make it happen. And I think we will. So and then we're gonna try to get the W, man. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull out this win so we can get to 31 and 27, looking good, man. BX, man, what you think, brother?
Yeah, we definitely could get that. We need to keep an eye, win our game, and we got the Brooklyn Nets heading into South Beach, and that's an important game for us for the climbing of the standings. We're gonna watch that game at 3:00. You have the Hawks and the Pacers at 1 p.m. That's a game that's going to get kicked off, and we got to keep a close eye on that. The Pacers are climbing; they're trending in the right direction. They're heading up as well, and the Portland Trailblazers come in and they play the Charlotte Hornets in Charlotte tomorrow night at 7 p.m. and that's a game we'll keep an eye on as well. Those are the games that we're watching because currently, the Knicks are 6 at 30 and 27. We're hoping tonight that the Golden State Warriors come in and they knock off the Boston Celtics, which are 30 and 26. We'll have the identical records if the Warriors pull out with that victory. We'll be at 30 and 27. And of course, we're going to watch out the Hawks. The Hawks are 30 and 26. We're watching them, and if they go down, we all by tomorrow we take care of our business. We could actually be sole possession of fourth. If we win our game tomorrow against the Pelicans. With half a game lead. And also we see the other teams behind us. You have the Hornets at 27 and 28. They're one game under 500. They're trending in a different direction. Ever since all the injuries are catching up to them. And the Indiana Pacers, like I told you, they were climbing. Now they're 26 and 29. They're on the ninth position, and the Toronto Raptors got hot. They leapfrogged over the Bulls, and they're in the last spot of the playing tournament. And you also got the Washington Wizards on the heels, of the Bulls and the Toronto Raptors. They're only one game. They're 22-33. They're one game out of heading into that final play-in spot. So it's an interesting parity around the league. And we got to see what's going on. But it all starts with the New York Knicks tomorrow night at the Madison Square Garden. Tomorrow afternoon. Let me get that correct. It's tomorrow afternoon. I'm so used to the evening games, but it's tomorrow afternoon, 1:00 start. We'll know. We'll put the pressure immediately on. And we'll be scoreboard watching, especially before the tip-off with the Brooklyn Net and the Miami Heat game. They'll know, where we stand and the Hawks and Pacers. That's going to be really good. That's very, very much important game for us to go on tomorrow. So it's going to be a really exciting Sunday. It's going to be a fun Sunday afternoon around the NBA Association, and we're looking forward to that, Divine.
Absolutely, yeah. Them schedules is real pivotal. What we're going to be watching in the next couple of days. Like you said, man, that Pelicans game. Obviously, we go and win that. That Pacers and Hawks game. That's real. That's a real important game in the sense of this here. The Hawks lose, we catch them. Pacers lose, they drop back further from us. You know what I mean? So it's really. Then you look at the Heat game and the Net game. Is Kevin Durant want to go down to Miami and try to let them know the Nets are back, or are they gonna be on cruise control? Jimmy Butler just called out his team the other day. You know what I'm saying? They kind of playing a little bit too soft to him. So they're going to be on a mission now that Jimmy Butler done called them out. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see them two important games, man. And I think it's really going to start taking shape. I think we got the Trailblazers and the Hornets. Obviously, we want the Trailblazers to get that game in Charlotte tomorrow. You know what I mean? And down this way, man. So we got to see, man. We got to take advantage of this these games that's out there on the schedule for everybody, all teams. And then we'll roll with that, man. Because after that, that Monday. I mean, I think that we got a good little break. I think in here coming up for us, a couple of 2-game hiatus for a couple of days, which was good. But even you look at Monday's game, guys, there's some critical games there. You got the Bulls and the Celtics, Rockets and Heat. You know what I mean? So I mean, the Heat like a be on the back-to-back almost. The Pacers would be on the back-to-back against the Spurs. You know what I mean? So that's like I said, these up and coming games is real important to what's going on around here, man. And so we got to make sure that we win these games to stay in the fold. You know what I mean? We just want to stay in the fold because a lot of teams are going to help us by them competing against one another. You know what I mean? And then when we play them, you know what I mean? We have our advantage. So I think we got a chance to make a little separation, man, the way things are going, just due to the fact that a lot of teams playing each other and we playing good ball. Salute to chat, man, Rosario, Baba Booey. We see y'all in here, man, tonight with us, man. And I really believe that we on to something big, so we just got to keep grinding it out. And Rosario say you leave Bullet open, he is popping. Absolutely, Rosario, I bear witness to that. Baba Booey said Broadway Barry, yes indeed, guys, you're absolutely right, man. Knicks playing good ball, man. So you know what, we got to continue this thing, man. Get next man up, everybody, and let's keep getting this thing popping, man. We trying to get into these playoffs, and y'all know it is. Once we get there, anything can happen, as we always say. Me and BX, man. Once you get there, anything can happen. You know what I mean? You just don't know. So we just gotta hope that we on a good stretch, and we going in there feeling good, not feeling down. So hopefully we go into the playoffs. I know we going on West trip is going to be a challenge. It'll be a real challenge for us, and once that happens, hopefully we can feel good about ourselves and get back home, man. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Salute Brooklyn Belly. Yeah, we grinding. You know what it is, man. We appreciate your support for coming on, because you grinding right along with us, my brother. Salute Brooklyn Belly in the building in the chat tonight, man. Yeah, BS, we just got to take advantage of these things, man. I think we're gonna be good to go.
Yeah, one interesting game is the Monday night game between the Suns and the Bucks. Due to the fact that the Bucks it's not. I know they have a good lead, but it's only 7-game lead. From the Knicks,
right,
and 6 games from the Hawks. There's still 15 games left. No lead is safe. It's been a weird 2021 season. I'm not saying they're going to catch the 3rd seed, but if they don't take care of their business, they could have any of the Eastern Conference teams right on their heel for that 3rd spot. They can't get complacent or take their pedal off, the foot off their pedal there with the Milwaukee Bucks. So there's Eastern Conference teams that they get hot, they could be right there with them, trying to compete for that 3rd spot. So this whole race is going to be fun. It's a lot of jockeying up and down, and like Rosario said, Rome wasn't built in one day. Everything takes time. You know what? That's Divine's favorite saying there too. Rosario, Divine loves saying Rome ain't built in a day, and it's true. It doesn't get built in a day. It's a process, and you got to trust the process, and we're enjoying what the process is in there. So we'll see that now, and this whole week is going to be. By the end of the week, a lot is going to be decided. Especially the New York Knicks, if they can keep playing, they're going to have a nice cushion, like you said, heading into that West Coast trip. They'll have a nice cushion if they take, but they have to take care of the home games. They have to win this home cooking. Home cooking. They're in their home. They're in their pillows. They're in their bed. They're in a regular routine. You know, everything is comfortable for them. They're not in a hotel. They're not being uncomfortable. And, you know, and you gotta love the way. Of course, I love the way they feed off each other. Absolutely, exactly. That's what that's why it's real talk here. That we love the way this team plays as a team as a whole and going forward. And when we will hopefully tonight. Golden State does us a huge favor. Come on, Draymond Green, run amok there in Boston because we're rooting for you guys tonight. So we're gonna make sure you guys get that victory and help leapfrog us there. Yeah, absolutely, Divine.
I hope he go. I hope they go in there and Steph Curry hit 15 threes. Just go in there and do your thing. Go get it, man. Y'all win that one for us, and Indiana win tomorrow. We in a 4th spot, bro.
Yes.
We in the 4th spot. So y'all get it. Y'all go beat them up. Go make it happen. I think that's gonna be key, man. If we get there, we get to that spot. I think once we get there, it's gonna be hard for us to lose it because I think the way we playing, you know what I mean, and it's just the way we play, it's gonna be hard to lose that. And if I think we do that, man, it's ready for that, So let's hope we maintain and go that way and everything, and we really get this thing popping, man. Because I think New York on to something and all that, man. And we sitting good, man. And I thought let me throw out the standings right quick. The Eastern Conference standings, and we sitting pretty good, guys. And we got to be excited about it right now. If you look at it and you look at the teams that's in front of us and back of us, and that's why we showed you them games a few minutes ago. Why they so important? Why them games that we showed you was so important? Because like I said, you got the Sixers at number 1, Nets at number 2, Bucks, Hawks, Celtics, Knicks, Heat, Hornet, Pacers. Then you got the Raptors at 10. You got the Bulls at 11. Wizards at 12. They playing good basketball. Cleveland 13. You got the Magic and the Pistons. And you got to watch out. Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, they kind of hit their stride. And if you look at where they at, they only one game away from that 10th spot. You know what I mean? They only one game from the 10th spot. So you know what? And they if they get in that first round, they better watch out. If Washington Wizards get in that that play-in, you better watch them. I think they got enough experience with them two guys to make that happen. You know what I mean? So. And usually the Bulls, they did that last year in the bubble. The Wizards played good going into the end of the season last year. That's how they got in the bubble. And I was like, man, if they lose a couple of games, the Knicks could catch them, but they kept winning though. So it looked like they're the second half team, looked like they're the end of the half team. So you got to watch the Wizards and it might like sneaking in. The Bulls are like they kind of going backwards a little bit with Zach being out and the Vucevic thing not really working out the way they wanted to. I just think that team is not built defensively. I think that's a problem down there. And obviously, the Raptors still there. You know what I mean? They still there. You know what I mean? So, we just got to keep winning our games, man, and stay in that 6-4. All we looking at now is 6-4. Everything else to me is irrelevant. You know what I mean? I really believe that Knicks need to play for that 6th and 4th spot. That's what they got to play for. You know what I mean? And I think if we keep winning our games and keep playing the way we playing, we have definitely got a good chance to stay in there and solidify that almost, depending on what everybody else doing in the next. Like I said, them 6 home games is real important that we go in there and dominate that home court. We've been playing we well at home. We 17-10, something like that at home this year. So we've been playing pretty good. Yeah, 17-10 at home. You know what I mean? And we've been playing good at home. So man, we can keep capitalizing off that, and I think we'd be good, BX.
Absolutely, we have to always win our game and take care of the home court. And definitely, I definitely could watch that up and down and take advantage of these lower echelon teams. They're fighting and they're beating each other up. The more they guys keep losing in the bottom half from 9 down, the more closer we are clinching. Our playoff opportunity, even if it's in a playing tournament. So
right.
Right now the Knicks are at 27 and the lowest echelon is 34. to 4, and we have a good 5-game lead there, 5 to 6 game lead there, a cushion with 15 to go, which is good. And then we have our personal goal. We want to win 6 more games to assure us of a 500 season. So we're close to that too, and we have 6 home games to do that. So we gotta like those odds in our favor in the number game. So we want to do that. We want to try. It'd be wonderful to go on, continue this 5-game and make it 11-game winning streak. In total, winning at 6. Oof. We'll surpass. We'll be at 34 or 35, 36 wins actually. Going into that West Coast trip, and no one ever thought all we need is to get 4 more to complete the season and reach 40. It's a small goals, and it could be, it's a little rough stretch for it, but is it possible? Absolutely. With this team defense, the way they're playing, the way they're striving, the way they're increasing in their offensive scoring utility, why not? We're getting led by a guy who's having guys an MVP type of year. Consideration talk is Julius Randle. I mean, you gotta like it. His season average, I have it here. He's playing 37.2 minutes a game. He's scoring 23.6 points a game. He's shooting 46.3 field goal. He's averaging 10.6 rebounds. He's averaging 6.41 assists, and he's shooting 41% from the 3-point line, and also 79% free throw shooter. Those numbers are phenomenal, and we still got 15 games to improve those stats. So you got to really like what Julius Randle's doing. How is he leading the team? And he's going forward, and that's what we like. And he's definitely, in my opinion, a consideration for MVP candidate. Absolutely, he's got to be in the conversation. You cannot have an MVP conversation without mentioning what he means to the New York Knicks. Julius Randle this year in 2021, absolutely divine.
Yeah, no question about it, man. He deserves that consideration. He is balling out, doing his thing, and and I think he's only right that you talk about that. Real quick, salute Kivit, salute to coming in the chat, my man. Kivit said, great win last night. Absolutely. Brooklyn Bucks, we look legit on national television, and that's what draws stars free agency. Absolutely. Free agents. I agree with you on that one. The better you look and the more you win, then that changes the narrative. You know what I mean? Then they like this ain't the LOL, laugh out Knicks no more. They can kill that noise now. They know we real. They know the Knicks is real. They know that, like Amari Stoudemire said, the Knicks is back. They know that. You know what I mean? So I think that narrative has been crushed. You could tell by the way, when you're hearing us on national television now, the commentators, they can't talk negative about the Knicks now because they winning. You don't hear all that old other stuff outside of basketball anymore. You know what I mean? You don't hear that now. All you hear is about what's going on the court. I mean, and winning cures everything. And I just think that's what they're doing. I think the winning cures everything, and I think that's the way it is, man. So when we looking good, man, we balling out. We got to keep balling out, and let's get this thing popping so we can get to where we got to go, and that's to the playoffs with a nice seed. Avoid that buy-in and that play-in, man. I'm going to say that play-in, avoid that, and get ready to battle who are we going to compete against. But we definitely getting there. There's no way I can see the Knicks not making the playoffs. You know what I mean? I think in the next, you ask me, maybe in the next 5 to 6 games, they might clinch a spot. You know what I mean? They might have a clinch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about at least 4 at the buy-in. You know what I mean? The play-in. I think they had that clinch. You know what I mean? So we can see where that's going to go. But yeah, man, Knicks Real Talk Tonight show. Divine Bronx Jedi 76. We ain't here tonight, man, talking Knicks. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody out there on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you may be checking us in from. We appreciate y'all chiming in tonight, man. Everybody on the Saturday doing their thing, probably out there, having a good time. But be safe, enjoy yourself out there. And again, if you ain't watching the show live, you can always check the video out on Facebook or YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Y'all go check it out, man. If you're out there now doing your thing, have fun, be safe, protect yourself. But yeah, man, it's all good, man. We just got to keep grinding it out, and I think once we do that, I think let the chip fall where they may be excellent. But I think we on it, and like I said, tomorrow, it all starts with the Pelicans tomorrow, man. So we're gonna plug that joint, man. Get in there, and we'll be right back, y'all. Yeah. We back, man. Knicks Real Talk Tonight Show. Divine Bronx Jedi 76. Salute to the chat, man. We up in here. Hey, BX, man. So we got that game tomorrow, man, at the 1 o'clock, man. And we got to get into that, man. We got to make it happen. So what you think our outcome game gonna be tomorrow? What you feeling? What's in your thoughts about that?
2 in a row versus the Pelicans, sweep the series, the home and home series with them. I see the Knicks. They're averaging 106, 107 points a game. I could see them dropping another 110 points a game. I see 110 tomorrow. I think they'll still hold the Pelicans to 101, 102. You know, it's going to be an 8-point victory. It's going to be a pretty nice, comfortable victory again, and they're going to be like the red hot Knicks. You know, that's going to be the narrative on there. I can see Julius Randle again having a good game. I don't see the 40-point effort. I can see a 27-point game tomorrow. You know, close to another triple double on there. Of course, Derrick Rose with his, I think he'll have like 17 points tomorrow as well. And RJ Barrett, he'll be home, and he's definitely going to have a much improved game against the Pelicans that he did in New Orleans. He wants to show, you know, his college teammate that this is his home. You're playing in my house in the Madison Square Garden. This is my house here, and this is, let me show you what I could do in my court. And he's going to have a nice game too. I think he's going to have like a 24-point game tomorrow, hitting some big field goals and knocking in some shots. And it's going to be another defensive clinic. I think that's going to be a defensive clinic with the Knicks going in, and I think they have a game plan, and I think they'll make minor adjustments there. And I don't see, you know, I don't think Zoe is going to play Brooklyn Bailey. I might, you know, who knows? It might be Madison Square Garden. He might miraculously come back and play, but he didn't play. I think he didn't play against Washington last night, so I don't think Alonzo will play. If he does, it's good to see. You know, we want to see their best. Give us our best shot. Let's see what Zoe, you know, audition like you said, and we'll see that. We already saw Jalen Brunson, and you know we saw that, and we see that. I think he's a little too short in my opinion. Brunson, he's tough. He's a little quick. Giddy, but when he gets older, his size is going to be a problem. So, you know, those are issues that we talk about in the, you know, upcoming for free agents and what we want on the team. But yeah, I would like to see the Knicks go ahead and get that victory. I would like another rocking chair game. You know, let me be totally honest. The following last game with the Pelicans and last night's game, the anxiety level was really low. I wasn't really worried that we might lose the game. I was really calm, cool, and collective. That's also the confidence that me as a fan is starting to believe even more in this team. You know, even when they were down a little bit in the third, and it was like, you know what, I'm calm, cool. They got it. They got it. Okay, I'm looking at that, and man, it's good. It's a good feeling not to have too much anxiety to give your anxiety level a little bit of a rest going forward. Divine. So I think I see the Knicks winning, and a key player that, you know, out of the blue, you know, we like to always pick out a player to think Brian who might have a good game or a key game. I'm gonna go with Quickly. Usually Divine takes Quickly, but tomorrow I think I'm gonna have a good feeling with Reminder Quickly. I think he's gonna give us 17 points. You know, I'm knocking in some big threes. I think he'll have a nice game as well, Divine.
Yeah, that would be. I think so too. I think it's time for him to have a nice one. He normally does well at home. I think some reason he liked them bright lights, man. He can shoot the ball pretty well at the Garden. So yeah, I think it's gonna be really exciting. I'll go with you on the Quickly thing, and if Burks don't play, you know, then we'll see what he's gonna do again. Is he gonna be Frank back in? He's gonna get knocked some burn, or he's gonna you know, extend a little bit more minutes to you know, Obi. We'll see. But whatever it is, the next man up gonna be there. But I think I like what we did. BX our last game against them in that second half, the way we kind of went to, I guess you want to call it semi-zone. I'm not sure whether the zone is semi-zone, but they took him out of that paint area. You know what I mean? And it made it hard for him to get in them driving lanes, and that changed the game in the second half. So, you know, we'll see, man. Their defense stepped up in the second half against the Pelicans the last time. I think they'll do it again. And you know, Brandon Ingram. I mean, you know, Zion is Zion, but the kid Marshall for them. He's a sneaky guy you got to watch out for. Coming out of the G League, he finally got his chance. He's taking full advantage of it. You know what I mean? So I think you got to watch him. Obviously, Steven Adams and Bledsoe and them guys, but you know, I think we can have the same outcome this time again. I'm not, you know, too worried about that. As a matter of fact, I'm more confident about it, because sometimes when you play a team one time already, you kind of know what you're playing against. So it might be even though they might be on a revenge game, we played them, so we know their style, we know what they do, we know how to make adjustments during the game because we played them the other night. So now they're coming into this game, that we kind of know how they play. I think we'll be fine. You know what I mean, I think we'll make it happen. I think, man, I always said it's hard to disagree, but I'll bet some money on Knicks to cover. I meant to say bet, probably. I'll bet somebody on Knicks to cover. Yeah, I think so. I think they will. I think they're gonna go get it, man. I'm not telling you to put no money on them. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I can see them covering. I can see them covering though. But I ain't telling you to put no money on it. Just having some fun with your brother. But yeah, I think it's possible. Brooklyn Billy said, "You're right, BX. When I watched the game last night, I thought the same thing about Brunson. Yeah, man. And he's another cat we got to watch out for because he might wind up being in New York. That Brunson cat. You know what I mean? So, but I think we're ready for tomorrow. It's gonna be a fun game, matinee game, 1:00 basically, guys. So. Get out there in the morning, get on your grind, get back home, and watch some Knicks in the midday. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be fun to do. Then I think we got a nice little break, man. A couple of games off before we get in there against the Hawks and the Hornets on the back-to-back. So we definitely got to take advantage of that. And if it starts tomorrow with that win, the win against the Pelicans, I think Tom Thibodeau gonna love that to have them 2 days off, and you don't have to travel. You know how important that is for them. They know they could have 2 days off in a row, and they don't have to travel. So they can get a little bit more game plan execution, and they can go over some more film and shoot around could be a little bit more different because they got 2 days off. So I think they're gonna utilize these 2 days in a row pretty good, man, to try to take advantage of the schedule. And hopefully it pans out that way. And I think, but like I said, tomorrow, man, you know what? Same thing. Julius Randle got to go at Zion the same way he did against him in New Orleans. You know what I mean? And our man got to hold Noel held Steven Adams down pretty well in that first game. So we got to execute the same way, bring the same game plan, and play the same way. And I think we walk out with another W, and then we probably be more better at home. As long as we don't get lax. I don't think we're in a lax. I don't think we'll see the Knicks get lackadaisical in anything right now. I think they locked in, they focus. So I don't worry about too much about a letdown game now because we were fighting so hard since that series against Brooklyn and Philly. We've been competing so hard ever since then. So I don't even think they got that letdown mentality. So I don't think you're going to worry about that. But it's a 1:00 game out there. They've been playing pretty good on these matinee early games too this year compared to previous years. So I think we should be fine there. But like I said, my matchup to watch is definitely is going to be Zion and Randall. And I love to see how Bullock going to try to slow Brandon Ingram down. That's a hard task. That Brandon Ingram is nice. You know what I mean? But if Bullock can slow him down a little bit like he did Luka the other night, then that's a good big plus for us too, man. So I think I'm gonna be up for the game. I think Knicks will pull that out. So I'm predicting Knicks 115, Knicks 115, New Orleans 102, 115.
Oh, nice.
115, 102. Yeah, because I think the defense is suspect a little bit to me anyway. So.
Yeah, I agree. I saw the injury report as of right now. Jackson Hayes will not play. He has a back. He's probable for Sunday's matchup. I didn't see Alonzo Ball at all in the injury report, so he might play. I wonder if he played last night's game. To see, and it looks like if he does, good. I kind of want to see what the kid brings. We haven't.
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
Absolutely. Let's see what the kid brings. Let's give us your best shot. We want to see what's going on, and we want to see what we want to with our eyeballs scout you play. I know we don't see a lot of their games because we're too busy focusing on the Knicks game. So we want to see, if he played and how well he did, and he did play. He played yesterday night. He played 20 minutes. He was 2 for 10. He was 0 for 7 from 3-point land, and he had only four points. He wasn't much of an impact yesterday. He only had 4 points. He was actually a minus 17 on the floor. So, it's rust. He hasn't played for a while. So let's see. Tomorrow, like Brooke and Betty said, is an audition. So we'll see if he's going to be ready to bring his game to audition, and maybe we could take advantage of the rust and capitalize on him turning the ball over. Maybe he'll try too hard and create mistakes, and he hasn't played his defense, so we'll try to get him to make these mistakes and capitalize on it. I'm pretty sure if we go try to clog the paint, I'm pretty sure Zion is a good passer. Try to hit ball, and that's another key that we didn't have him. He's a good 3-point shooter, but maybe there's some rust in there that he might not get going. So, like you said, I could see that going in your favor with that 15-point win for the Knicks. If they do that, if that game plan falls to fruition, that they can't hit their threes and they clog up Zion and the Knicks keep scoring and keep, the defense leading to their best offense first, and yeah, we could have a rocking chair game tomorrow at the Garden afternoon. I can see that happening, and I can see a nail biter as well. It could go either way with these teams, with these Knicks. But I think they're not going to lose this game. I think we're going to increase it to 6 game tomorrow. It's going to be really disappointing if they do. I don't see how they just had a really big, strong road victory in Dallas. They're back home already, and this team is focused. They're hungry. They know that there's a lot more to be proven, and they're taking positive steps one at a time. So I could see them winning tomorrow on that. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Salute to everybody out there, man. Knicks Real Talk, the night show. Divine Bronx Jedi 76 here, man. Chilling on a Saturday, the 17th, man. Talking Knicks and Pelicans for the game tomorrow at the World Most Famous Arena at 1 o'clock. So salute to everybody out there, man. Checking the show out. Hope everybody was chilling and hanging out with us, man. Salute to the chat. Rosario, Baba Booey, Brooklyn Belly. They up in here tonight, man. Kibbit, salute to everybody, man. So y'all jump on in, man, and get on, man, and let's talk Knicks, man. We hanging out tonight, just chilling, and that's what we do. But yeah, man, we got to get it tomorrow night, man. Tomorrow morning, afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, man. We got to get and take advantage of this game and win this game, and get roll on to the next one. And I think if we do that, play our game tomorrow, play the same Knick passion, the same grit and grind that we've been playing with, and execute the game plan. Pay attention to detail and do what Tom Thibodeau asked them to do. And the rest of the coaching staff asked them to do, man. And I think we should have the same results tomorrow. I don't think it's going to change tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to a real competitive game. Like I said, they got a revenge game from their side, but I'm looking forward to a real competitive game tomorrow. But I do think when the dust settles, Knicks will come out victorious. We got that W. We making noise, man. We one more game closer to where we want to be, and we get that, man. That'd be 5 or 6 games in a row. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be impressive, man. Imagine Knicks would have getting on a 10-game winning streak. I think the longest in the association right now. I think it was the Clippers. I think it was 7. I think it might have been 7 with the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken. So, man, they can get on the street like any team. You can get on the street, you get on one. And I think we prime in the proposition to get a nice win streak right here. If we could take care of business tomorrow, you know what I mean? Then go up against the Hawks on Wednesday. The Hornets or the Hawks on Wednesday. And then we be in good shape, man. So let's go get in New York. Let's get this thing popping. We got this big fan excited. So y'all hit them thumbs up, man. Subscribe, man. Hit the like button, man. Join in with the show. We appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what it is. A show from a fan for the fans. You know what it is, man. So salute to everybody out there. And y'all, let's get it, man. Let's run them up with the thumbs up. Talking Knicks tonight, man. We chilling. Me and Bronx Jedi 76. Man, we ain't here tonight, man. I'm just hanging out on our grind as usual, trying to bring y'all some content to keep you engaged with the way the Knicks is playing this season, because they're having a good season. Got all feeling good about ourselves. The Knicks fan, been a long time coming, you know what I mean? But we here, and we got to enjoy the process, and appreciate some good basketball. We haven't had in a long time, but we as Knicks fan now, we able to appreciate good basketball, hard basketball, smart basketball. So we got to kind of enjoy this, man, and that's why we bring this content to you guys on a regular. You know what I mean? Because we enjoyed it as well. So that you can always see the morning show and the night show. We always trying to get it for y'all, man, and let y'all express yourselves on the way y'all see things, man. And that's why we appreciate y'all chiming in on the chat. Let's always stay in there, stay engaged. Kibbit said, let's get it. This one tomorrow. Keep the train rolling. Salute, Kibbit. I agree with you, my brother. Let's keep that train rolling down the track, man. We on a good ride right now, and let's keep it moving. You know what I mean? And we look forward to another great game tomorrow. And like I said, RJ, I know he's gonna look forward to having a better game because he didn't have a good one against the Bulls the other night. But he probably gonna want to bounce back and have a good game tomorrow. So I think it should be on and popping tomorrow. I don't see no disappointment whatsoever. I see us going 4 games over 500 and about to move into that fifth or fourth spot tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping. You know what I mean? So and I think we can make that happen, BX.
Absolutely, I think so. I think we're gonna get into that season high 6-game winning streak. We're going to keep trending up, putting some more separation in Eastern Conference standings, and the guys are going crazy with the train. And they got the train. Let's all get on board that winning train, and let's keep it going. I should get out of the way. Absolutely, the Knicks are coming. And we're gonna. Baba Booey wrote. What he wrote here? He wrote. Oh my God, he's too much. He wrote, Drummond has fungus toes, can't handle New York City. Oh, guys, you guys are crazy in the chat there. And then the love train. Yeah, next stop is 4th place.
That's right. That's why we love y'all, because y'all crazy.
Yeah,
you're right, man.
What place is the next stop? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Choo-choo. Absolutely. Yeah. I love it.
Absolutely.
Man, you guys make this show hilarious. Thank you guys in the comments out there in the chat. Salute to you guys in the chat. Every one of you guys, man. You bringing it in, and you making us always smile and laugh and bringing it forward, man. You guys are unbelievable. Kibit, Brooklyn, Belly, Bala Boy, Rosario. You got Tim Smith who's another one, and Frank Matos. All you guys, man. You guys all dear to us. We appreciate it, man. Putting always a smile and Divine and be a Jedi face every night, every time. The morning show, night show, we really appreciate it, definitely. Yeah, man. And we got a spot. We have a roster spot, Divine, available in the New York Knicks. We didn't sign Henderson. We didn't give him a 10-year, 10-day contract. We get the Nobel Power second one, and we have a spot. There's a lot of names out there available, point guy wise. You have Isaiah Thomas and you have Mike James available from Europe. He's playing in the Russian league, and he's got into some trouble out there, and he's looking to get back into the league. A solid point guard in there, and we got other names. We saw Jabari Parker, one of our guys that we would think we would, Thibodeau and Payne will bring in and try to, revive and jumpstart this second overall pick, Jabari Parker with the Knicks, but he's with the Boston Celtics now. So there's names out there. Do you see them filling this spot? And do you see that, they doesn't mean they have to play. They're going to come here and command minutes, but it's good to have it just in case. Lance Stevenson's another name out there. So what do you think, Divine, on what the Knicks might do or think do, or what would you do if you were in the GM position?
Yeah, man, I definitely feel it because it can be filled. But I'm down to go get anybody that I think that either they just want to be here to fill the roster spot, and the Knicks want you here and you're willing to be here, or somebody who can come in and contribute. Somebody who can come into the next man up thing and say, you know what, Obi, I got, if you can't get it tonight, maybe this guy might get it. Nothing wrong with having enough talent. You know what I mean? And because like you said, people go down with injuries. Things happen. We never thought Alec Burks was going to go out the last couple of games, but things do happen. Because we in a COVID pandemic year. And things like that happen. So with the safety protocols out there, that can happen. A wrist injury can happen. It just can happen. It's basketball, and it's a physical sport. From the forward dealing with the physical, and anything can happen. So yeah, man. But I don't. The point guard, I'm good either way because I think the way we running it with Alec Burks now, with being that third point guard, sometimes I don't. So it really doesn't matter to me. I think Quickly can play the point guard. We got in a tough situation. I think Frank can play the point guard if we got in a dire situation. So I don't know. I think I would like that wing spot maybe be a part they can go get somebody on the wing like a Lance Stevenson or another backup four. Somebody extra body. You know what I mean? But if Tom Thibodeau feel like whoever they get is going to contribute, then they'll go get somebody like a Lance Stevenson and them. But if they looking just to get a body in there, then I don't think you do nothing like that. Because you don't want to bring nobody like that if they ain't gonna play. You know what I mean? So, but if it's somebody who just willing to come there, man, and be part of the experience, and if somebody go down, he could contribute. Then I think they'd make a move, and I think they'd make a move with somebody. Because like I said, they might make a key move that might look they did Norvell Pell. You know what I mean? He's situational, but if something happened to Cobbs Gibson, you confident that he can come in there and give you what Todd give you to some degree. You know what I mean? It might not be as much, but it'd be enough to hold it down and let somebody else pick up the slack. But if they did bring it, that's the only reason for me with the point guard situation is because of the Alex Burks factor. If it wasn't for the Alex Burks factor, then I would bring him on in here. You know what I mean? Because but then again, do you bring him in? Is he gonna want to play over Alpha Payton and Derrick Rose? So that's why I'm skeptical about the Isaiah Thomases and this Lance Stevenson and these guys. You might not. You come here, you might not play. You might not play. So I think they're the type of guys the Knicks bringing in here. They already got their rotation set. They know who they're going to battle with, and anybody they might bring somebody who's going to be coming after Kevin and Frank. You know what I mean? Or if it's somebody better than them two, they'd be the first situational guy coming in the game, or that they would use the next man up mentality like that. Because if that's the case, I just think the Knicks is pretty good with the team they got, man. But if one more body won't help. If it's somebody who can contribute, like I said, then you bring him in here. If it ain't gonna mess up no chemistry, no flow, or nothing like that. If it ain't broke, well, I'll fix it. You know what I mean? And right now, we good. We good. 5 games in a row, so we compete. So, but Because I would think though if they do it, I just don't know. I mean, no, my chances are slim to me for this reason. They didn't do nothing at the trading deadline. That was crazy. They didn't really go in the buyout market and got nobody. It seemed like they was pretty cool with what they had. You know what I mean, they. I think Tibbs like what he playing with. You know, the guy that he want to play with. So I guess he said, you know what, I don't need anybody to come and disrupt the chemistry. You know what I mean, my guys competing, they're battling, and the record speaks for itself. And so you know, if they do it, that's cool. You know what I mean. If they don't, I think we good with what we got. You know what I mean? I think we good with what we got. You know what I mean? Because you know, one thing that you do have the roster spots. So if somebody do go down, you can feel it. So it might not be a rush to them. They might like, you know what, we not in a rush to do it right now. Everything, all our guys is healthy, except for one. You know, now with my man going out because of the protocol, but they probably feel like all our guys is healthy. You know what I mean? So we might not need nothing. You know. And hopefully, if that's the case, then we'll see. It'll be interesting, man. I'm not sure if BX but like you said, there's some players out there. But I mean, the way these guys playing now, I just don't know if they want to disrupt that. You know, they don't want to disrupt what they're doing with the way they're getting down right now. So I think it might stand pack on that, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Tell your friends, your family, your peoples, man. All your Knicks lovers out there, people in your family who love the Knicks. You know, y'all holler at us, man. Knicks Real Talk, the night show. You know, it's me and BX Jedi, man. We in here, man. So let your friends know, man. Go out there and let them know to join in. Check us out on the platforms, man, and Instagram, Facebook, and all that. And come holler at us, man. We appreciate y'all representing the show, man. We appreciate y'all feedback coming in, man, and being part of this here. You know, I know it's not your normal show, and that's why I said this the Knicks Real Talk. You know, it's not the hyperbole show. We're not trying to get out there and just throw stuff out there. When we like to bring facts and bring truth, you know, what we deal with, man. So we're a Knicks-centric show right now. We will be dealing with other type of shows going down the line, but first and foremost, it's all about Knicks Real Talk, man. That's what we do. You know, we talk real, talk Knicks, let our chat come in and give us their thoughts and ideas, and they're important to our show. So salute to the chat always. Them brothers keep it going for us, man, and let's keep it moving, man. So we got that game tomorrow, and we're gonna get a popping in there, man. And y'all know where to find us at. Real Talk. Yeah, BS, man. Let's talk playoff, man. Let's talk the New York's playoff bound, man. I think we there, man. What do you think about our chances going to the playoffs, getting in the playoffs, what we're gonna do in the playoffs, and all that good stuff, man? What's your thought on that?
Playoffs? Playoffs? You're talking about playoffs?
Playoffs? Playoffs?
You know me, how I feel about this team, the way they play defense, the way they're gelling, the way they're moving forward and trending. I'm saying they're gonna go on a run. They're gonna go on a stride. They're going to go pretty far. I think they're going to go on a deep run. I just feel it with this team. I just know. I just got a limb on it. I have a feeling on it. I'm always like around 80% when I have that feeling. It comes down to it, and I think they're going to go far, man. The way they play defense, I know a lot of people say, well, they're going to just make it one round, depend who we play. I think it doesn't matter. I think they're going to have a good playoff season. There's so much. I think Julius Randle is just going to keep elevating his game. He wants to get paid, and most of these guys on there with the 1-year contract, they got something to prove. They all got something to prove, and I think they're going to really, really, really go on a nice run, a real deep run, and just because of the body of work that they give us night in, night out, the coaching staff, and I know it. I just have that feeling with it, and I'm always, I'm like 80% of it, and I know that I have that feeling, Divine. It's just I can't explain it. I just got that feeling of this team. I'm really giddy about it. It's not because of these last 5 games. It's about the way the season is going forth and what I've seen with my eye test. My opinion, you're watching basketball I know you've been watching longer than I, but I've been watching basketball since Bernard King days, and I see that, and I see the trends, and I see that as far as my recollection goes back. And I see something in this team, it's something you can't, no matter what era of basketball, team defense and team play always shows.
Yeah, absolutely. Salute real quick, man. Salute to Dan coming on the panel, man. Salute Dan. And send me a Russell, my brother. I love you, man. I appreciate the love, man. Nothing but Knicks in the air in the chat, man. Giving us a shout. Salute to the Power Father. Send me a Russell. Y'all know what it is, man. Yeah, Sam, we appreciate you, man. Dave Jackson, salute. Yeah, man. We on it, man. We on it. It's real. This playoff push is real. I think we're really gonna set ourselves apart pretty soon, man. We take advantage of this home schedule and just maintain, man. Play our basketball, stay on our grind the way we've been on our grind, and just execute. So pay attention to detail, like I said, and believe in what Tom Thibodeau got going on down there. It's gonna be pivotal. It starts tomorrow, though. Against the Pelicans, we got to go in there and get that, man. We can we can't take that for granted. It's a revenge game, like I said. But you know what? We headed that way, man. We really do, man. We are headed that way. And I think when the dust settles, we fighting for that 4 to 6. I don't even think we're thinking about no 7 seed, 8 seed. I think that's out the window right now. I think Knicks looking at we got to get between this 4 and 6. They know where they want to be. You know what I mean? And right now, we got to take advantage of this opportunity with this up and coming schedule and grind it out. Grind it out. Go to New York City Gritty Committee, man. Y'all know what it is. We got to go hard in these next 6 games. But it's important to start tomorrow at 1:00 at the world's most famous arena. The Knicks against the New Orleans Pelicans at 1:00, man. And we're gonna go in there and handle that. We're gonna handle that. Like I told BX, I said 115. I said 115 and 102. You know what I mean? So that's what it's gonna do. That's what I'm calling it tomorrow. We gonna put it on tomorrow, man. What we said, quickly gonna have a bounce back game tomorrow. Me and BX were thinking about quickly. Time for him to have a bounce back game. And let the ship fall where they may. Salute Frank Matos. We see you, my brother. Salute to Frank. Dave Jackson, 4 seed. We went on 6-0. Me and Dave Jackson called it. So y'all check the video tape. Me and Dave Jackson been calling 5-0 for a minute. We got it, Dave Jackson. So now we're gonna try to get this 6th one, man. Dan, what you think? Salute, man, about this playoff push, my brother.
Salute to the chat. Salute Knicks family. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's safe and keeping safe from COVID and everything. I just recently lost a friend to that, so it's tough out here. Just keep safe, everyone. Yeah. But as far as this Knicks talk, that's the therapy right now. Playoff bound, yeah. We're not even it's not playing anymore. Like earlier in the season, it was hopeful, it was optimistic, but with the level of play that we're exuding right now, the level of play that we're showing on the court, it's like it's playoff or it's the seasons of failure. I hear it from the commentators, when other teams, when I watch the streams from other teams and how the commentators talk about the Knicks, none of the players say it. It's the other people watching that say this is a 90s Knicks defense. That type of defense, no matter what era of basketball you're playing, is going to get you somewhere. Stay committed to that defense, and it's playoffs. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. BX, man, I just think that we there, and we got to keep it grinding. Now, right now, Warriors trying to give it to the Celtics a little bit. That's an important game that's going on right there, guys. We'll be watching out for that. But yeah, man, salute to everybody out there, man. We look like we're gonna be headed there. We just got to keep grinding it out. I think them 2 home games against Atlanta and Atlanta and the Hornets, that's going to be 2 big games right there. I think the Hawks and Hornets on Wednesday and Thursday, that's going to be another 2 big games in the standings. So, I mean, we're going to be scoreboard watching for a minute. From here on out, I guess, you pretty much, Knicks fan, we be scoreboard watching now, you know what I mean? And I think we just got to keep grinding it out, man. Frank Matos, 6 in a row. Dave Jackson, grit and grind, man-to-man zone defense. Baba Booey said no barbecue chicken. It's corned beef Saturday. I got you. Steph putting in work on the belly. That's what our chat do, man. They keep us excited, man. So it's all good. But yeah, man, it's time to grind. We ready to get this, man. We talking playoffs now, and I think we there. I just, like I said, I think we're gonna be in that 4 to 6. I for surely don't think that we're gonna be in that 7 down because, like I said, if you look at the games that's coming around the association, who playing who, and the Hawks play the Pacers tomorrow. You know what I mean? So that helps us out because one of them 2 gonna take an L, and it benefits us. So we got to watch the teams that who's playing each other, and because we know what we're gonna do. But it's important. That's why I think we're gonna be there, because a lot of teams beating each other up. You know what I mean? They beating each other up, and that's only helping us. You know what I mean? So in this next 6-game homestand, if we can stay grinding and get on that roll, and man, I love to see 10. I know we only predicted. I know it's only one game at a time. We get it, but you know, right now, from a prediction standpoint, I love 10. And I think that'll be real impressive. You know what I mean? So the season is going to be great. The season's on fire. The team on fire. The fans on fire. They got that gritty thing going on, man. They got the buzz. They got the city buzz popping off. Dan, you already know. I know the Knicks. They got the city a little excited about sports and basketball right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, we got to stay into it, BX man. Because you know we are out of town, but we still feel a fire though. You know what I mean? So we got to keep it going, man. So I think this playoff bound. I think we playoff bound. We for real with it. Take it one game at a time and bang out on these cats, man. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, salute, man. Man, you think we got another run? What are you gonna do the next 6 games, man? What's your prediction on the next 6 games starting tomorrow?
Starting tomorrow, I think they'll go 5-1. They'll go 5-1. They'll win. They'll protect their home court. I see no reason why they could lose the last. The back-to-back game is the one of those two worries me a little bit. You know, even though they're one of our foes, you know, both of them, and they're either climbing or trying to get ahead of them or keeping them off our backs. You know, but those back-to-back games are really tough. You know, even though we're at home, but. You know, I could see them winning them, and I could you know, so 50-50 when that second game, you know. But we got to get one. We got to start off tomorrow with the Pelicans first, and then we'll worry about that one when the time cross. But 5-1 in those last 6 games, I think they could go like that. And remember our magic number. We have a magic number of 6 to be a 500 team. Finish the team as a 500 team, and you know, it starts with tomorrow. Let's cut that magic number. That small goals. Let's get it. You know, and we'll keep attacking and keep improving. I love the way this team offensively is improving in all different ways of scoring. If the threes are not hitting, they're grinding it out in the free throw. You know, certain games they're finding ways to try to pull out the victories, and you know, it might not be pretty sometimes, it might not be flashy, but they're getting it done. You know, in all different ways, and that's a sign of winning basketball. So this team is playing winning basketball. They're moving things around, and you know, and just could have, you know, they had some good stats when despite the fact they were 5 out of 6 games that they lost. They were really close there. You know, they played well. They played excellent. So just think about what could have been, you know, if they would have just, you know, won 50% of those games, you know, with the one possession games that we came down to it. But I think that's what we're seeing the fruit of that labor of those battle wounds and those headaches at that time now growing up, because now that you can see them putting the games away and putting that killer instinct, finishing, you know, hitting those swing plays, you know, when they increase the league and not allowing teams to decrease the league. You know, you see that now they're hitting it, they're executing it better, they're more focused, they're more hungrier, and you know, like, oh, it's becoming like second nature now. They're not, you know, when we thought they were failing in the past, now they're succeeding. Law of averages as well, you know, all those cliches with it, and we see that with the New York Knicks are going forward with that, and that's something positive. You see that growth, and I mentioned before, then I see a lot of nice two-man game developing and gelling. You see from Rose and Gibson, you see it from Bullock and Randall and RJ. You start to see that. You see quickly, and even though we Toppin were developing a two-man game, and like Dave Jackson said, their defense is frustrating and suffocating. You know, they swarm to the ball, they move around. You know, and they take that, they play the next game. They allow sometimes certain teams to shoot threes because they're not going. You know, 40% is considered to be a good from 3-point land. So you're failing 60% of the time. So they're playing those numbers with that, and they're succeeding. You know, so we gotta like it. You gotta like what it's all around. Starts with the coaching all the way down to each player from the bench. You even see Kevin Knox come in. Frank Ntilikina come in and contribute. You know, 4 points. You know, that was big 4 points yesterday with that 3-pointer. You know, that could have been a momentum swing. You know, he misses that, and you know, here we go again. You know, in the words of the late DMX, here we go again. So you got to see, you know, you got to like what we see with the Knicks. We got to like, you know, when they're improving. They're improving in the areas that they're not committing the same mistakes over and over. They're improving. You got to like that going forward.
Oh yeah, it's a good chemistry. I was saying it's a good chemistry that's being built with this team. is really great. I know a lot of people last night they muted ESPN because they couldn't stand to listen to Richard Jefferson talk about the Knicks. But I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't put it on mute because regardless, like the way I would like when you watch that game, we were just so good from the first quarter to the fourth, regardless of what jersey he used to wear. Game recognizes game. So when he's sitting there and like they're
Yes, sir.
doing the replays on our defense, and he has no choice but to compliment the Knicks and just say, "Oh, look at what they're doing here, this, that, whatever." And that fourth quarter, oh my God, that was the coup de grace. Because that fourth quarter, if y'all listen to how much he complimented Randall and RJ, it started off with RJ. RJ played. First of all, we got to give a round of applause to RJ. Last night he played like 46 minutes. The kid is just built for it. But when you heard Richard Jefferson talking about how RJ was taking advantage of the mismatches, and then when Randall was hitting big shot after big shot, and he was like, you know what? That's it. The discussion is all NBA for Randall. That's when you're like,
Mhm.
yeah, they have no choice. Like this, like everyone is being put on notice about the Knicks. They have no choice. So the next 6 games I see is like BX said, 5-1, and those are important games for us. I think the Hawks are in the midst of that. We have to beat the Hawks. I know we beat them
Yes.
twice already, but after their coach got fired, they have a nice little resurgence. We got to put them back in their place. It's a whole lot of teams like they're getting a resurgence, and we got to put them in their place. Charlotte, we let the first one slip. We got to put them in their place. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, no
Right,
doubt,
I
no
agree.
doubt. I mean, these are really important games because especially that Atlanta game. That's a real because of who they are and the quality of talent they got. You got Trey Young, Collins. You got these guys, Clint Capella, the Bogdanovich, all these guys. They got some good players down there. Herder. You know what I mean? So it's a big test for. But I'm confident about it this here. Who we just beat the last 2 games? We beat KP and Luka Doncic, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson. The last 2 games on the road. On the road. You know what I mean? We beat some quality teams, you know what I mean? And to me, that tells me that okay, you got Trey Young and you got this, but we done went up against Kyrie, we done went up against Ben Simmons, and you know what I mean, and Tobias Harris, we went up against Westbrook and Bill in the last 10, 15 games. We were playing some stellar players. You know what I mean? We was playing some creme de la creme guys other than the major superstars who wasn't playing. But every team we played had some star players or quality players. So I'm not too concerned about a lot of people that we play now because I'm like we don't play some of the top dogs out here. Even if we early in the season when we lost to the Clippers, we played them tough, and we lost to the Bucks a couple. We beat them one time, we lost them one time, we played them tough. So that tells me now with us catching the groove the way we're catching it right now. I think the 6 games we can really make some noise. I think we can, man. I think we peaking at the right time. We executing at the right time, and we just going hard. I mean, with the thing to me, we just going hard. I've seen our defense play all year, but the last 2 games, 3 or 4
Oh
or
yeah.
5 games, this has been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. I mean, they look like they stepped up another level. You know what I mean? They've been playing good all year, but it seems like now they on another level. But there was one game I was watching when Todd was throwing it off the backboard, smashing it. I'm like, Noel. I mean, that block of Finney Smith the other night. Come on, man.
Ooh.
That was ridiculous. I was like, okay. I'm sitting up on my couch like, okay, it's on the popping up in here. These cats were going at it. And man, that block was, and that just like, then when I seen Frank put the clamps down on Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway Jr. was running amok the other night in the first half. And Tom Thibodeau said, quickly, I'm gonna have to sit you on this one. I need some defense. I need somebody. And he put in Frank. And Frank said, okay, you ain't getting that up in here. So it's a quality of minutes. It's the next man up mentality that got me so optimistic about this up and coming schedule. It's just that I think the Knicks done hit their stride. They healthy. Everybody back except for Mitchell Robinson. Other than my man had to be out for Paul yesterday. All our guys is back. Derrick Rose, he contributed the way he needed to contribute. You think about every game Derrick Rose played in, we only lost about 2 or 3 games since he played for the Knicks. You know what I mean? So I mean, that spark on the bench that he out for Wall Street. He's starting the game off. and doing what he need to do. You know what I mean? To hold it down so Derrick Rose get in. So it's like a real big team effort, man. Not a lot of bunch of superstars there, and too hot to handle Randall. What can you say? You know what I mean? Randall, listen, I try to tell everybody, you got to put him in the conversation that the Knicks keep winning. You got to put him in the conversation. You know what I mean? You got to throw him up in there. If the Knicks winning like this, come on.
It's the last 5 games I've been watching, and this is when you know you're all NBA. The last 5 games I've been watching Randall take certain shots, and like you first go, Randall, that's not the shot, but then he makes it, you go, all right, I gotta let it live. And then once you repeatedly say that after a while, and you just go, you know what, man? Any shot is yours right now. Take it. It's yours. Oh my God. Last night he was just, oh man, Randall was a different, to quote the late Kobe Bryant, he was a different animal and the same beast last night. It was just different. Oh man, all NBA. You can't deny that, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Those numbers that he's got given us, 99 out, man. Oof, it's just ridiculous. 23 again. He's playing 37 minutes, 23.6 points a game. He's shooting 46.3 field goal percentage. He's averaging 10.6 rebound, 6.1 assist. Man, he free throw is 79%, and what can you say? 41% from 3-point, man. I mean, those numbers are ridiculous.
The only person that ever put up those numbers was Larry Bird. The man is all NBA.
Hey, from your lips to God's ears,
Really, you got to put them up in there, man.
Right, yeah. Absolutely. I'm going to say salute to how we move the TV. I'm glad you're here, man. Absolutely.
Salute. Yeah, Dave Jackson, salute. And everybody in the chat, salute, man. Knicks Real Talk, the night show, Divine, Bronx Jedi 76. We got my man Dan A in the building on the panel with us tonight. Friday, Saturday night, man, chilling. We just talking Knicks, getting ready for the Pelicans tomorrow at 1 o'clock, the world most famous arena. So it's an early game tomorrow, sort of like a matinee, but it's all good. We're going to go out there and make it happen. We got to get this game, man, so we're looking forward to that. But yeah, man, real quick on the Julius Randle thing, man, you know what? That dude done put the franchise on his back the whole season. Even when RJ wasn't playing good at the beginning, Julius Randle carried us. He carried us, and he carried us now. And here's the thing why I say, the awarded the most valuable player. Now, who scores the most? No, the most valuable. You take Julius Randle off the Knicks, they're in the lottery. You understand what I'm saying? They're in the lottery. Maybe. They won't be where they're at now. They will not be where they're at now without Julius Randle. So that's valuable. He's the most valuable person we got on this team right now. And then this kid is carrying a franchise, bro. He got all the naysayers not talking all that smack because he the one that carried us. You know what I mean? He really is, man. And last night, like you said, Dan, listen, he put him on notice last night. I'm like, this boy is cool. And he doing it on Porzingis 7-something.
Oh,
well, it wasn't like, that's what was crazy. Porzingis couldn't come out there to get him. Because Porzingis could not 3-point line and guard Julius Randle. And if do, it's gonna be over. You know what I mean? So that power forward matchup, that was legit last night. And he scored for Burks. We didn't miss Burks because we got Burks points last night. He scored 44, 20 of them was Burks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He coming for Burks last night. I'm like, damn, 44? Yeah. I'm like, what? So yeah, it was exciting, man. It was real exciting, man. He was doing his thing. Salute 34 against the Lakers, 32 against the Pelicans, bounced back with a 44. Come on, man. If he ain't getting player of the week next year, something wrong. NBA player of the week in the East. And if he don't get that, then something ain't right. You know what I mean? There's a lot of hate going on out there because this cat been balling out, man, putting up doubles all year long, damn near triple doubles. Think about it, 44 points plus he had about 6 or 7 assists, something like that, 8 assists. He contributed to 16 or 30, 20 more points. I'm like, damn, this is on fire. He was on fire, yo. I really was, man. So salute to Julius Randle, man, and RJ Barrett had a hell of a game. His went under the radar because Julius Randle game was so impressive. He dropped 24, 25, and them clutch 3-point shots he hit was bananas, man. That was bananas. So I think they was on to something last night, but they were feeling something last night. Something was in the air for the Knicks, man. So I hope it stay in there and keep them Braves. Don't lose the cornrows. Everybody was saying keep the Braves. Come on your head.
He
Keep your
he
hair
rec-
braided up, brother. Don't let
nah, he recognized if you check Julius Randle on Instagram, he's like what his wife after we lost like the last game when he had his hair out. I think we won the game. They was like, "That's it. The braids is coming back." You see them like they recognize. They know what's going on.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we go salute to the braided head, man. He was getting it though. He
That's the
he
power.
put on display, and I love it because you know what? You seeing it getting done on national TV. You know what I mean? He get it now. Knicks on national TV getting recognition. Now, normally a lot of people around the country don't got MSG. He was doing that on ESPN. You know what I mean? And so think about that. You know, we see it on MSG all the time. The whole country don't get to see it. But that was a nationally televised game, and the Knicks went into Dallas and gave them work last night. That's why people know the Knicks is legit. That's why they can't talk that laugh out loud crap anymore. You know what I mean? You know, the Knicks is official, man. And they're on that tomorrow too. 1 o'clock game on ESPN. So hopefully we go in there and shine out and ball out again. And then people gonna start talking. They talking now, you know. So that was good to see, man. But overall, that was a good win, man. I was excited about that, man. But we looking good. I think we got it going on down there, man. I love the Reggie Bullock on Donkey's game last night. Reggie Bullock had that boy frustrated for a minute. You know what I mean? So he had that boy frustrated. I'm like, okay, now you know who you ain't playing the average team in the NBA. You playing the New York Knicks, one of the number one defense and a lot of categories in the NBA. You're not playing any other team. You playing the Knicks, and I think that's just a big difference in all these teams. When they play, you play everybody in the association, but the only team to me that's different is the Knicks. Because you know why? They play that slow down. I'm not gonna let you score basketball. Normally, when you play a team, you're trying to outscore each other. You know what I mean? But when you play the Knicks, nah, we ain't letting you score. And I just think they're not ready for that. I just think a lot of teams not ready for that, man. You know what I mean? So we got to keep it going. Salute to the chat. Knicks Real Talk, the night show. Bronx Jedi 76. Dan A, we in the building. And we here, man. We just talking Knicks, man. Salute to the chat. Everybody in there, how we move. Everybody, man. Rosario, Dave Jackson, Baba Boy. We appreciate the Power Father time in tonight. Simeon Russell, Father's up in here. NBK, y'all know what to do, man. Y'all go down there and hit them brothers up. And real quick, man. What a show last night. Queen, get the money. Stephanie, thanks for coming on today this morning with the brothers, man. We appreciate you coming on Knicks Real Talk this morning. But what a show. Her and Chris lit it up on the Queen's Court last night. That was a really nice to see, man. Salute to the women out there. It was old ladies' night, or what a night, because they put it down last night. So salute, Queen, man. Appreciate you. Keep doing your thing. That was lovely. Yeah, man. But we just got to get ready, man. Any outcomes that you think gonna be different going into the playoff? Do you think we need another player like Dan? Real quick, BS asking, do you think we need another player to fill that roster spot, or what do you think the Knicks should do? So you think they should go get somebody, or just kind of say whatever? You know what I mean? Because I guess you don't want to mess up that chemistry what we got going on right now.
That's the thing. I don't know for what purpose at this point. We it's getting too close. We know the rotation is about to shorten. If you want to grab someone to maybe hopefully try and sneak a few more games in the season, yeah, but then you're gonna risk, messing up some chemistry. Because the only way, I don't see the addition that would join us right now that would help us at least win one more game. I don't know, we're so locked in as a team right now. We're so locked in as a team. I don't see the addition that's on the market that would, help us out. Maybe you get, I don't know, maybe you get someone to help the young guys while we're on the road. So the guys that aren't getting playing time, you have someone that, they can practice with, because, these guys, they're playing, very important games. So I don't know if guys like Julius and RJ, they get their own practice time, but I don't know if they're practicing with the team or if they're just getting shots up. I just don't see the addition that would make sense right now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with you. I could see that, but I also could see that we could get a backup. A 10-day contract. You could bring a guy in there for 10 days just to see what you got. Just to see if they could give anything, just in case. We don't know how long Alec Burke is going to be, out. Just to bring for depth, just to have, just in case, another injury. Let's say, God forbid, knock on wood. another injury to another player, a guard or a forward. But I there's a lot of guards out there right now. Isaiah Thomas is one of the names. Mike James is another name out there. Lance Stevenson. To bring in here just in case. They like I said, all you need is to bring him in for a 10-day contract to see what they got. John Henderson never got a step on the court, even though he was injured. But they brought him in here. They could bring him in here to see just in case. Until Burke gets back here, don't have to play him. Just let him ride the bench. Let him run around practice, see what you got. Maybe you can find a little lightning in the bottle for let's start trying. Let's say we do win those 6 games in a row. And we do we clinch at least just a playoff appearance, berth. Now, not a seeding, just a berth, and maybe we want to bring in on the 10-day contract to see what this other player could give us. If there's we want to have an insurance just in case for the playoffs. Doesn't mean that this player is going to play in the playoffs. Doesn't mean he's going to play, but it's good to have an insurance policy. That's what it is. Just in case, an emergency insurance policy, bringing in someone in. And taking a flyer on that. We never know with that. That's my opinion on that one. I think going forward with that.
Yeah, I agree. Either way it go, I think we good. If we bring him in, I agree with everybody's point as well. They're both valid points. You bring in a guy, long league not going to disrupt the chemistry. And like I was telling BS earlier, if you bring in a guy like Lance Stevenson and Isaiah Thompson, they're going to want minutes. They're going to want to play. And you could bank on that. So if we're not in a position to give them guys minutes, don't bring them in. You just want to get somebody to fill the spot because they know they're going to be situational like Frank and them. Then that's a different story. So I think right now you got to either look at it either way. Whether if they're going to come in, or we're going to have them contributing, or they're going to be like Novell Pell and know that he's situational. He's the third man in the role in the center spot, or he's going to be the backup wing. But if it's somebody that could benefit the team, that's not going to break up the chemistry of the camaraderie, then you know what? I'm good with it. I believe in what they're doing down there. I this one time I can say that in a long time, I had no issue with the Knicks front office. What they doing, how they doing it, who they brought in. I don't even got an issue with it. I really don't. I think what they done did and what they're doing. And look at the trading deadline. We was all hyped about should they get a player, should they bring? Nah, they didn't play. Nah, we ain't ready for that yet. We not ready. We good with what we got, and they still truth to power, and it's paying off. It's paying dividends. They know what they doing down there, because if they didn't, they would have made some crazy moves. But I think right now, if we get to that 4th, 5th, or 6th seed, we already had a successful season. Our season's already successful. No matter how you look at it. A lot of people didn't think the Knicks were going to be where they were going to be at. I know we're going to be a way better team. I've been calling 500 all year, but now they exceeded my expectations right now. I thought we'd be a 500 team all year, but so far they exceeded. They doing better than I thought they were going to do. So for me, it's already a successful season. Because it's the first year this coach a team. First year they got these players together, except for the ones who was with the team already last year. And to build that chemistry and all that in this shorter period of time, 50-something games in this season, 57 games into the season, and we 4 games over 430 wins. We were projected to win 22. And we playing on national television, and people started to notice that the Knicks is back. Like the Maurice talked about it, said the New York Knicks is back. And that's what it do. That's real talk right there. And I just think that Dave Jackson said 6-0 and 6-0 of a 10-0 run. And keep your head up. I'm with Dave Jackson. I've been supporting Dave Jackson on these undefeated things since for the last week. And so far, it's been real. Dave Jackson, I got to give you props because I've been saying we're going to do a certain thing. And so far, Dave Jackson been calling this undefeated thing for a minute. And he got us to 5-0. And we called it. He called it 7. He said 7-3 early one day this week, a couple of days ago. But he said 5-0. And so I give him his props. He did there, man. Salute Dave Jackson. He been calling the shots on that one, man. But yeah, man, it's a result good, guys. We just got to get forward, man. And then we'll be back, man. We're gonna jump into another segment, but you already know what to do, man. I got to do the plug thing, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do this plug right quick. We're gonna return and talk a little bit more Knicks before we close the show out tonight. We got Divine Bronx Jedi 76 Dan in here talking Knicks, man. We'll be right back, man. Hold that thought. Difficulties right there. good things, man. And we're just gonna get this thing together. But I think we'll be fine, man. But anyway, man, we gonna let's talk about the next plug, man, and we get into that when it pop up and everything.
Yeah. All right, Dan. So how you been, Dan? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm here. I'm chilling.
Divine, are you there, Divine?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. I'm here.
All right. You just froze up a little bit. Just want to make sure you're on there, and we're looking forward. Let me give you a quick update on the game going on in Boston, and I'll find it real quick here. We have the Celtics are back up 78-71, and that's 7:20 in the third quarter. So Boston went on a run, and they're taking the lead. They have taken the lead in Boston, and currently we have the Bulls with a 104-93 lead, with a minute and 16 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So those are the games we're keeping an eye. We were keeping an eye on for points, and then right now it's in the middle of the third quarter. Let's go Warriors. Let's get back on there. Let's get that hot shooting going because we're rooting for you because we want to leapfrog the Celtics, and those are the two games that we're watching on the league tonight around the association. So yeah, absolutely there. So what do you think? You think the Boston Celtics are gonna hold off the Warriors tonight?
I think they will, just due to the fact that I don't know if the Boston defense is pretty good, man. They up 7 now with 7 minutes. If Steph Curry could pull out that, but Jaylen Brown and them cats, man, and then Marcus Smart and them cats, they could play some defense, and that's for sure. So that kind of got me thinking about what can happen in that game, because even if they put Marcus Smart on Steph Curry and make it hard for him, you won't stop him. It gives them a good fighting chance. You know what I mean? And if they Fournier and Kemba Walker and them get hot, anything is possible. So I think it's definitely possible that it can happen. You know what I mean? I really do. I think they can win that game, but we'll see. We'll see how the chips play. Dan said, nah. So Dan, give me your thought why you don't think it happened. Why you don't think that they
I was watching the first couple of minutes of the first half, and Steph looks too good, but more so than that.
Okay.
The Celtics, their greatest weakness for me is their bench. The problem with their bench is like what Steve Kerr, he's a good coach. And what he's doing right now is he's staggering Wiggins to the second unit. Their second unit right now has no answer for Andrew Wiggins. I was watching him get he was doing Kobe-esque moves, spinning through double teams, getting layups. He's serving them up something. I think the Warriors right now they're starting to click too. Draymond said he doesn't care about the play-in and whatnot, but I think the rest of the players, I think Steve Kerr might have told Draymond and Steph, hey, you guys may already have rings, but there's a whole roster of kids here that haven't even touched the playoffs. And they want to. They want that experience. So they're starting to gel more. I see their movement. They look really good. I'm glad we don't have to face the Warriors during the second half, because they look like they're gelling really, really good right now. And Boston is coming off of what is it? How many games they played on the road? I think 2 or 3.
They went on a West Coast trip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They had some impressive wins in Portland. They did get blown away by Phoenix. They had a really pretty good, decent road. They beat the Lakers on the road. That was a good win out there. And they had a really good road trip, a decent road trip to stay in there and keep where they're at. Right now, the Boston Celtics are being led by Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum has 29 points, in 23 minutes. He's balling.
Yeah,
He's having a good game. Kemba Walker with 18 points and Smart with 10 points, and we even have a Jabari Parker played 6 minutes. He scored 4 points. That was a big pickup we were thinking about bringing in here. We would have liked to see for the Knicks. And then for the Warriors, you have Curry with 25 points in 23 minutes, and Wiggins clocked in with 14 so far, and Ken Bazemore with 14 points. And you have your 5 points from Draymond Green. He needs to get going on there. You can see that there's not that much balance of scoring there. But hopefully they're still early since just in the mid third quarter. There's still a lot of game left. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll give you the scores along we're on the air here. So for our points for us Knicks fans to follow, and let's go Golden State Warriors. Let's go Kerr. Let's get that team going, man. Get them going. Get them running and gunning.
This is my last thing I want to say as far as the Celtics.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry, real quick. Hey, Dan, David Jackson. Yeah, let me say this real quick. Excuse me, Dan. David Jackson, I had to block you because your name and the text of yours is coming up on the screen, and it's on the screen. So that's the reason why I had to block you. But come back in. But there's no pun intended. I'm just trying to get that off the screen because it says, one of your tweets is stuck on the screen. So pardon me, everybody. I just want to let Dave Jackson know I didn't do that intentionally. So shine back in. I'm just trying to get your name cleared off my screen. But go ahead, Dan A. Excuse me.
Come on back, Dan. David, come on back.
This is my last thing with the Celtics. I like when Shannon Sharp says this. You finish the season the way you started, and they've been inconsistent. We see so I think with the Heat, I think it's because they miss so many games due to COVID that their schedule is inconsistent, and it seems like they're about to end the season inconsistently. And I just think when you don't build those consistent habits and you think you could just switch it on in the middle of the season, that it leads to bad things. So they may reap some benefits of it, but I do think they've been too inconsistent for the start of this season.
Yeah. I can see that. So yeah, hopefully, wow, I guess Warriors up by 2. That fast.
Oh,
that fast. They
wow.
Down 7. Warriors up 2.
Yeah.
Wow, they up 2, man. That's crazy right now, man.
The power of we speak things to fruition, huh?
Hey, well, Dan, you got to keep speaking that truth to power, brother, because we want that loss tonight. That's for sure, man. We want that loss out there, man. So keep doing that. We definitely need that. Yeah, man. But that'd be a good loss for us. If Boston lose tonight, that'd be outstanding. It'd be outstanding for us, man. Real quick, Baba Boo, said Divine and David J. Beers up, I got you, brother. He said MVP, Cup, Zion and his heavy onion come in, and I watched him walk, hurt me, laugh aloud. This guy's crazy. Hey, they want you to, what's that? Prologist say the prologist or something. Hey, that want you, blah, blah, blah. That's funny. Y'all can't a hot mess, man. I can't. It's hard for me because I'll be a laughing over before I can even get the words out. But they keep the chat on fire, though, man. Salute to everybody.
I know what he
night show from 6. And Dan, Dan, what you say?
I would say I know what he's talking about. If you ever watch Zion walk, I was watching that from Duke. He walks with this kind of weird limp, like he walked like an old man. Like I just be I watch him walk and I'd be like, brother, lose the weight. You're a destructive force on the court, but you're a destructive force to yourself, man. You got to do something. The way he walk,
that brother Billy. I wonder how what's so scary about that. And I look at his game was predicated on jumping and force. Mm-hmm. I wonder if a year from now, hopefully not. I hope the man have a long, outstanding career, play 20 years if he can. But you wonder, by the way he played, because he's always got to be up in the air and putting pressure on his knees with all that weight, will it catch up to him? Because he made me think of Barkley back in the days in a sense. You know what I mean? So you just wondered that because this game is based on athleticism like that, and he heavy as he is, you wonder, but he must got some strong legs, man, and strong knees that brother be up there. But it's gonna be tough carrying that weight going down the line as you get older. So hopefully he maintain it and it don't get to him that way. And that's what it do, man. But yeah, man, it's all good, man. We out here, like I said, man. Saturday, Knicks got a game tomorrow, the world most famous arena. We got to go in there and get it popping, get this W, and we can get ready to do our thing, man. Get on this winning streak, get ready to face these playoffs and all that good stuff. And if we could do that, I think we're gonna be all right, man. I think we got something to look forward to. So we keep your eyes glued to the TV, man, and keep your ears out there and listen to the noise, because Knicks bringing some noise out there right now. They're bringing some noise. They're playing good basketball, man, and they really are playing real good basketball, competitive, fighting, scrapping. I mean, they're doing it, man. So I think we're gonna be in the playoffs. We're gonna be around for a long time, DA. I think we're gonna be on the chat for a minute this year. It's gonna be one of the years where it's not gonna be at the end of April. Now we talk about waiting to the summer league or waiting to the free agency. We're gonna be in the thick of things at least in May. They start May 18th. Hopefully the Knicks might be playing in the June. And next thing you know, free agency over. Summer league come around. The training camp back around. So we be talking Knicks all year long. The way it's looking. Don't let them upset somebody in the second round. It's gonna be funny. So we gotta keep it going, man. But salute to everybody, man. BX, man, give me some more thoughts on it. Just on some Knicks, man. What you thinking?
Yeah. This guy in the chat is too much. He's talking about Zion walking around like what did he say? He said he's walking like he's spreading hot gases. Hopefully, hopefully not like. Sure. Back to the logic. Come on, Bowie. Come on, man. It's too much. It's too much.
He get it though. Salute Baba Bowie, bro. He make it happen though. So Baba Bowie.
He making bring some
humor up in it.
Yeah. But I hope they contain Zion Williamson tomorrow, man. Definitely. Absolutely. They gotta stop Zion. It starts with him. They have that game plan around him. He's a force. He's a force in that paint. But let's hope that we get our guy knowing so well. We get some blocks on Zion tomorrow. He didn't play in New Orleans. Hopefully, we trust him in the clock. Being a defender of the rim, and of course, Taj Gibson played such a good game, and our front court is always up for the task with that. So we'll see that going there, and can we contain Alonzo Ball if he comes in, because he's going to have some open threes. He's going to have some opportunities to knock some threes there, and with that big injury from Hens, the young man, the center that's hurt right now. Hopefully he don't play. He was a pain in the neck for months. Yeah, he was Jackson. Jackson was a pain in the neck.
He got injured.
I like him. He's out. He's on the injury report. He's day to day with a back. So as of this morning, so today when I read it, he's probable. He probably will play. But that kid his energy. He's a pest. He's another one that worries me for the Pelicans. He's good. He's pretty good for what he does. His high energy, and he could really be a person that cause havoc in the paint with the offensive rebounding. But I noticed the Knicks have cleaned up that offensive rebounding deficiency. They're team rebounding. They're playing better, securing the rebound and getting that ball and actually running. So I'm glad that's a little bit cleaned up. Much better going at, and we'll see. And I like what we see. We're back home. So now we're at home. The crowd, the MSG crowd will be, pumping. The limited amount of fans, but they're loud.
Playoff time.
It's playoff time.
It's playoff time. The Garden get loud, but it's playoff time.
Right. That's right. I mean, and then the team is just going to feed off of that. That's going to be great. It's a wrap, just like Ben McLemore. It's a wrap when I hit my first one.
It's crazy too. And by the playoff, they might let more fans in. They
have to.
They have to. Them tickets gonna be they're gonna have to find a way to work on that, because the New York gonna be buzzing. And I know outside the Garden, inside the Garden, Knicks in the playoffs, summertime in New York City, man, it's gonna be wild, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be on and popping up in the city, man. So they got we that's what we looking for right now. We looking to sit here in the summer and teams coming in to play the Garden in the playoff spot, and the Garden is buzzing. Media everywhere, Knicks back in the playoffs. It's gonna be hype though. The chats, all the streams, all the pods gonna be on fire. Everybody gonna be Nick orange blue up in the city. You know what I mean? And me and BF might have to take down the night show up to the city. When Knicks Real Talk, we might have to get up and come up to the city and have to do our show. You know what I mean?
I'm here.
Live from the garden. I don't care what BS said. I don't care. BS said, okay, we said it next to the hot dog stand, whatever he said. You know what I mean? But show on the road. Yeah, man, we get it, and I can make that happen. So, yeah. We might take a show on the road, and find a place to all you brothers up there, Dan, y'all come on the show, man, and we have a good time, man. Knicks will talk on the road, man, up in by the world most famous arena. Knicks playoffs. I'm looking at. I'm looking at to get in the playoffs and have some fun with it. You know what I mean? So for sure.
That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be the city's gonna be
like a cheap suit cigarettes.
Man, to rap like a cheap suit.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we just cutting up tonight, guys. And we freestyling right now. We done went through a lot of segments, man. So we just here just wilding, man, having a good time talking Knicks. You know what I mean? We just talking, man, having fun. Pacific energy we trying to throw out there right now. We've been on. We enjoyed it, man. We got Dan A in the building. Divine Brock Jedi 76. We got the chat wilding. They doing their thing. And Brooklyn Belly said, I'm going to a game after my second vaccine shot. Yes, salute Brooklyn Belly. I got you, brother. I'm on my second vaccine tomorrow, Monday. You know what I mean? I gotta go get my second shot Monday. So I hear you, brother. Go make it happen, man. Yeah, man, but get back to the arena. That thing gonna be popping. And next year it's gonna be even better. So I think it's gonna be the Knicks in the playoffs, cap space, 7 first-round draft picks, free agency. It's gonna be wild this summer for the Knicks, man. It's gonna be. Knicks fans gonna get a lot of news this summer. Also, we're gonna hear a lot of news going around because people wonder what we're gonna do, who coming back, what changes we're gonna make, what player we want to bring in. Man, if I'm not mistaken, when I seen it on I think it was Bleacher Report or something. Zach LaVine is not going to sign. I don't think he might not sign his extension for 2022. I mean, it's out there. It's out there. I read that when I was doing that. He 108 million. I think his extension going to be worth something like. From what I was reading, it's not my thought. It's not my information. I just read somebody else's information that he might not sign an extension.
Wow.
So he probably like, I'm ready to get out your truck. I got some nice doors you can walk through.
the Prince DeBun, his man. He called it. He wants Zach LaVine on the Knicks. So I'm thinking about you, the Prince. That's your man. That's the guy you want. Every time I hear Zach LaVine, I think of you. So you speak it to existence. If the Prince, we heard it from the Prince first. He wanted Zach LaVine on the New York Knicks. So I'm gonna give him a shout out with that one. He didn't sign his extension, so he must be smiling.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm gonna speak this into existence because everyone's hoping that Zion's the guy that signs the qualifying offer. I say no, it's not him. I say there's a guard in Oklahoma who notices that his team is tanking, that he's not going anywhere with this team, and that he notices on the other side in another conference that his man Kenny Payne is doing something right in New York. So he signs the qualifying offer and says, I want to go to New York, Kentucky.
Right. Yes, that SGA down here will be crazy.
I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now because Jonathan Macri said it. He said we're past the point where we're wondering if someone's going to come or not. We're good enough. Someone's going to come. I'm calling it. I say it's SGA. I say it's SGA. He's going to sign that qualifying offer, and he's coming to New York. I say it's SGA.
Okay. I see Brooklyn Belly likes the claw. That's calling for the claw.
That's
right. We need a guard. We need a guard. I don't want the claw. I think he's going to take too much away from what RJ and Randall do. I think we need a guard. We got to get rid of Elfrid Payton. I mean, he's doing good, but we got to get rid of Elfrid Payton.
No, we know he's going to be an upgraded point guard. We know Elfrid Payton is a stopgap. We all know that. We know that for sure. He's a stopgap point guard for now.
Man, SGA would be a good fit. He would be a good fit. He'd be a perfect fit. He'd
be the perfect fit.
He's like, he got that Frank height. He lengthy like Frank. You know what I mean? And he, but he got game though. You know what I mean? So I can see SGA coming here. SGA, RJ Barrett. And man, you know what I mean. And if it's Bullock or somebody else in Bullock's spot, man, that's tough to deal with right there. You know what I mean, young player, up and coming. He haven't even reached his prime yet. You know, him quickly done played. They got that with 4 cats, man. You bring that boy out here now. I agree with you, Dan. I like that. Out of all the point guards out there, I like SGA. I just think his game is built for New York. He got the attitude. He got the attitude to play in New York. He got the game. He's to me is like an up and coming, less quicker Dennis Schroeder in a sense, but with more game to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just think SGA. Yeah, I think he's built like that, man. Salute Frank Matos, man. Y'all hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We ain't here, man. But yeah, man, that's interesting. You know, but the Claw, I tell you one of the reasons I would take. I know first of all, I say I would take him. I think the Knicks would take him if he was available. They figure out the point guard spot. The Knicks would go after him. If the Claw with him, Julius Randle, or RJ, that's a problem, a big problem. That's a big problem, bro. You trust what I'm telling you. That wing defense will be crazy. That wing defense with RJ Barrett and the Claw and you point guard. If you get both of them, so be it. You get SGA and him. You know what I mean? But I like that. I like the Levine thing. I think that's interesting. If that would take place, they can pull and get that cat up in here. That's another cat you got to think about. But I don't know, man. I like what we got down there. It's crazy. I know I sound too nickish, but I like what we got going on in New York right now. That's impressive, though. I think what we bring in, hopefully don't disrupt the chemistry. It's only going to make it better. If we get to the second round, then we bring in that player that's going to get us over the hump or get us up in the 1 to 3 next year. You know what I mean? And the possibility in the year after that, maybe reaching the finals. I think we only a player or two in a couple of years away. I believe that. I mean, because next year it'll be a full season. All the fans be back. I think we would bring back a couple of players that's there right now. I think we got a couple of guys coming back. I could see them giving Burks and Bullets some money. So now they still might be wise with their cap money. Nick's not guaranteed to go spend all that money. They might say, you know what, we're gonna bring in. They're gonna have to sign RJ pretty soon. They're gonna have to extend him. They're gonna have to extend Randall as well. You know what I mean? So they might be we're gonna hold on for another do what we did this year and find another quality player to get us to another level, but maybe give them a long-term deal. But I think them long-term deals are gonna go to Barrett and Randall, I believe. But if they get that player who can come in and fit in and get in, we'll get them, man. But I like that SGA move, Danny. I agree with you on that one.
This is my only this is why I'm saying about now, like, this is my issue with as far as like the point guard that the point guards that are available. When you think about it, I know everyone wants Lonzo, but Lonzo don't attack that rim. We got to know who our coach is. Lonzo don't attack that rim. Honestly, in not in this specific order, but the point guards that I would want us to, go after is either Malcolm Brogdon or SGA. And then if you can't get, you can get Alonzo. But for me personally, Alonzo's third on my list. I would go either Malcolm Brogdon or SGA because the Pacers seemed like they were seriously offering Malcolm Brogdon. I don't think that was a joke. I think they were seriously going for that. Out of those two, and then after that, I'd settle on Lonzo. But yeah, SGA. I feel like that would be the number one. He fits perfect with the timeline. He fits perfect with his player style, with the style of play, and it would be a beautiful thing.
Right. I agree with that. That one of those plays. Yeah, I like that SGA move. If it's happening. I wonder what it would take for the Knicks to get it. Well, I know we have time to worry about that in the off season, because they, but I wonder what would it take to get him to the New York Knicks, going forward. What package, what draft picks? OKC has a bunch of draft picks. I don't know what's more and what they're gonna want a player. They're gonna want something unless they're willing. We get a draft pick to another team. I'm pretty sure it's gonna have to involve a 3-team deal when that were to come to fruition because we're gonna have to. send OKC a player from another team and send our draft pick to the other teams in order to get him in here. So who knows? We'll wait for that problem when that grows. But that's a good name to look at. That's an outside the box thinking and good call on that one to see what that happens if it could happen, if it's possible. Absolutely, I like that. Going forward with that, we have to keep. We know that the Knicks are going to upgrade in their point guard position. In either we don't know if it's going to be through the draft or it's going to be through the free agency, but it's happening. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. For sure. We know that for sure. They cannot continue going no matter how the season ends or where they end up. Barring a world title, I don't see them up. And then with that, I can still think they'll upgrade in point guard position. So yeah, they know they need that going forward.
I got a question for y'all because I remember I saw the video on Twitter. This particular player was mad, and I don't think he likes his situation.
I know who you're gonna say already.
Who?
What does the fox say?
Oh. You know I got to keep the Kentucky connections alive now. So now I'm gonna ask y'all something. Would y'all trade for De'Aaron Fox?
Absolutely yes.
Yeah, depending on who we giving up. You depending on who we giving up. You can't dispute us.
Like my issue is the reason why I really want SGA is from a contract perspective. If he makes the one move that no one is expecting, he could make a domino effect that would change the NBA forever. But Fox already has that contract. So now it's all about matching that salary. I know because we have cap space, we could possibly trade some of that salary into the cap space. But as far as what we'd be giving back, that's what I'm scared of.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be creative. RJ
and Randall's off the table. Yeah, you do. It's going to be draft picks, man. That's going to involve firsters, maybe some aspirants, but you won't have to at least give up 3. I would think at least 3 first rounders, 2 or 3 first rounders to get him.
See, but so now this is where when you say Alec Burks might be coming back, that's where I think he would have to be a part of that deal. You got to give up a ball handler.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up quickly.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna ask for him. You know they're gonna ask for him. That's immediately they're gonna ask for him. He's gonna be part of that package. That's gonna be one of the first.
Presti pretty savvy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I said, unless you either multiple draft picks or whatnot, good players. But I definitely can see him down here. That's no doubt about it. I mean, him, RJ, man, that's a nice backcourt right there, bro. Good God, both of them 6'6" or better. You know what I mean? And both of them penetrate to the hole. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. And then them two operate out on the perimeter. Julius Randle. I mean, Julius Randle and SGA, the 2 pieces in the middle of them, man. Even if it's Bullock, think about it. Right. I'll tell you what now. If Mitch come back, I would love to see Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Alex Burks, not Alex, but I'm going to say Reggie Bullock, R.J. Barrett, and SGA. That's nice. That team is nice. That defense team is nice from top. Oh my goodness!
I want to say something. I don't know how this is gonna get the Knicks world hype. I don't know if y'all heard Jonathan Macri, but according to him, like it's just let's just say he heard it from a very credible source that Worldwide West is like really, really trying to have Mitchell Robinson work out with Kevin Garnett. If a little bit of that rubs off on Mitchell Robinson coming into next year, it's a problem.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Very interesting. In my opinion, that's very interesting. I
And,
like
yeah,
that.
oof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's a,
I,
that'll
I,
be a
think, I
good. He'll
think
be a
that's
good
another
mentor.
guy I think is going to be.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine if he was healthy now? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Can you imagine if Mitchell Robinson were healthy right now? Boy, the Knicks. Oh my God!
I
And
said we
I'm gonna
wouldn't
tell
have
you
lost
really, to be
that.
honest with you, if Mitchell Robinson was, yep, I think if he was healthy, I think we might we got a little bit less burn, and I really believe they would have threw Taj in at that backup four behind Randall
Mm-hmm.
at this time of the year. You know, Mitchell Robinson and Noel got the center spot. They would have slid Todd Gibson the backup Randall at the four.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice front line right there, man. So you just never know that hopefully he come back here in good shape, he do his thing, man, and all that good stuff, man. But listen, anybody got any last thoughts? We're gonna get up out of here in a few, man, and get ready to get up tomorrow, watch the Knicks at the arena tomorrow, guys, and try to get this thing popping. Got to get this W against the Pelicans, 31-27. We on the rise, man. We trying to make it happen, and we got to keep this playoff push going, man. And Dan, man, give me some thoughts, man, on the outro for the night, man. We appreciate you coming on. As always, I'm glad you got back in here. But you're welcome anytime, man. What you think about the game tomorrow? What's your final thoughts?
It's always love coming here. It's real talk. It's a mix of real talk. That's what it is. We
Yes,
It's
sir.
dominate tomorrow.
Yes.
It's no discussion. Like you see with like a lot of these teams that we're facing, the Pelicans, you see where they at, the Bulls, you see where they're at. Those teams, they're trying to figure out if they can still play for something. We are playing for something. Let's show them the
Mhm.
difference. Let's dominate tomorrow. Let's leave no questions. No questions. Let's just dominate tomorrow. That's it.
Excellent. Yep.
Yeah, facts.
I'm very
Yes,
good.
my brother.
No, I want to thank everyone that came out on with us tonight on the chat, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I appreciate you guys always. Dan, like always, I appreciate you always coming on and giving us a good insight as one of our panelists to come in here. I want to thank each and everybody out there. Yeah, let's get this afternoon game tomorrow. When you guys wake up, you get your tea, get your nourishments, get everything going. Get ready for
Mm-hmm.
that Nick game. You can have your brunch or your lunch if you got early, and all eyes on the Knicks must see TV. Let's continue this winning streak. Let's get it. Let's get it, baby. Let's make it. Let's continue. Let the winning streak train keep going forward, and let's get this Knicks victory. And we'll be back again to break it down like we always do, and be up good or bad. We always Knicks orange and blue all the time, guys. So you guys have a wonderful night. It's been a pleasure always coming here and bringing you this content. I appreciate it from me, Bronx Jedi, and Divine. I appreciate it. And from me, I want to say have a good night, and I'm going to throw it right to Divine. Close it up, baby.
Yeah, man. Knicks Real Talk Tonight show, the Bronx Jedi 76, and Dan in the building tonight. We appreciate y'all. Dan, we appreciate you coming on, brother. And it's all good, man. We got a game tomorrow, 1:00 at the world most famous arena against the New Orleans Pelicans. We're gonna go down there and let's put this work in and let the New York City Gritty Committee get this propel itself to a W to get us at 31-27. And hopefully we'll be looking even better in the conference, man. But we got to keep grinding it out. And I enjoy the game tomorrow, everybody. And y'all know what it is. COVID-19 still out there, man. Wear your mask, wash your hands, keep your distance, check yourself, your friends, your family, your loved ones, and let's get it popping tomorrow, man. I'm excited about the game tomorrow. I'm excited for the team. I'm excited for the Knicks fans. We feeling good about what's going on there around the metropolitan area for all those who love the Knicks. So y'all keep supporting them, keep supporting us. We'll talk. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We got new and better things coming up on the rise as we continue to build this platform. But we want to appreciate, first of all, we want to thank everybody in the chat. That's where it's at. The chat is where it's at. We appreciate y'all always up in there, man, supporting us. Everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Thank y'all for being a part of this here, man. This is a show from a fan for the fans. Y'all know what it is already, man. So we're gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna say salute. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Get up on your grind tomorrow, man, and get home at 1:00. Get into that and watch that game. It's gonna be on fire, and we're gonna get a poppin', man. Salute, peace. Peace, smooth.
Ladies and gentlemen.